So of course, like, I'm like, okay, let me try to be as social and stop keeping my kids in the house all the time. And because, like I said, they only play with each other. Like, they always play with each other because of me not really wanting to take them to other people's houses. Because especially with like, they always be breaking somebody's stuff. So I'd rather y'all break my stuff than somebody else's stuff, than I have to pay for them to replace it. But there was like, she's having it at the park. Everybody's gonna be there. All the other kids is gonna be there. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, let me try to start making the kids social or whatever. These kids are around their ages. I've been knowing these people for years or whatever. Cause still in my head, I keep thinking Tasha is telling people that about the whole Claudia situation, that I was the one that told her. So in my head, I'm like, that's probably what she was talking about. So I'm like, okay, maybe if they see that I'm not really talking to her, maybe they'll start believing like it wasn't me that said anything. Because I guess everybody tries to figure out how I know stuff and don't know who be telling me. So like I said, they be trying to, they're going to be explaining stuff again. So anyways. So when I get there, it's like, it's the next following week. So now we're going on 2 weeks where I haven't heard from Devon. So I'm kind of missing my friend, like, because literally he was like what would get me through my work day, because I had a system where I would know what insurance companies I had to call, or I know what insurance companies that I would have to be waiting on hold for. So I would always like divide my list into the companies that I had to actually call through the morning time. That way my afternoon, all I could do is just go on the payers' websites. So that's how I did my mornings. And every time if I'm on hold or if I got to call insurance, we were just steady texting each other. So it was like my morning routine since like November. Like, because mind you, we met at the end of October. So since like November, December, we've been texting each other every morning. So when February comes, like, and I haven't heard from him for almost 2 weeks now. Like, it's kind of like, it threw me off, like, because I thought we was on good terms. So I end up just texting him, like, one, I like you. Two, I'm feeling your vibe, and like, you was my morning routine every day. Like, I got so used to that and I missed it. So I ended up like just texting him like, good morning. And I said, are you out of jail yet? Because I'm bored and I need my friend back. Just like that. But just trying to be funny, like, just to see what happened. Like, why did you ghost me? But now I understand why whoever I ghost, felt the same way too. Because I ain't like being ghosted. Like, I understood why some people would ghost me. That's why I wouldn't really trip. But we were good. So why are you ghosting me? So he ends up don't text me back. So the next day I end up going to Jessica's party. So mind you, I bring all the last four, including my oldest daughter. Now, mind you, my oldest daughter don't ever go to functions at all, but she grew up with, even though she's the oldest, she grew up with Isabel's children and Jessica's daughter. So she knows them pretty well. So, but the other ones, like, she know because they still was growing up while she was around them or whatever, but she still know them. And so when we go there, they're like all playing or whatever and having fun. And my kids are just going all over the place and having kids. They're playing at the park or whatever. So I'm just sitting there and just kind of enjoying the scenes, enjoying them being happy. Mind you, I don't really talk to nobody. Tasha and Isabel over there talking. And mind you, this is when I first see her ex-husband and his wife. Mind you, his current wife looked just like Tasha. Nobody wants to say nothing, but she looked literally just like Tasha. And it makes sense of why he ended up marrying that girl, because she was just as nasty as Tasha was when they first got married. So it kind of made sense, like, as I'm seeing this. But I'm starting to see, like, he had a bottle of tequila, vodka with him. A big-ass bottle. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, why does he have a whole bottle at a kid's party? So I'm sitting there looking awkward as hell, and I guess Tasha Cause Tasha was like, like, come over here. Like, she didn't really want to, but she was like, she could see I was like, really wasn't trying to interact with nobody, because I don't talk to y'all like that. I really just brought the kids out here. So when I go sit next, she's like, you just look like you just lost. I'm like, yeah, because I don't really come to y'all functions like that, and I feel awkward because I don't really know anybody here like that. She was like, oh, well, me and Isabel are like that. Jessica. I was like, yeah, but y'all in your own little world. Y'all talking to everybody else. Like, I wasn't at that point where I wanted to make new friends anyways. So then Isabel comes over, and mind you, like I said, I started doing my own kids' hair because I can't afford to be taking 4 girls to hairstylists and getting their hair done. So I guess Nana was trying to be funny. She was like, oh, who did their hair? I was like, I did. I go on YouTube and I find YouTube channels that's going to help me do my hair. And she was like, well, I understand you got 4 girls, but that doesn't look bad. Their hair don't look bad just like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to pay all that money to get all 4 of my girls' hair done. And, I just don't have it like that. So then I was like, oh my gosh. So I was saying how big their kids got. And, like, because Google will show you like pictures of when they're, Google's just like fucking Facebook memories too. They'll show you pictures like, so I remember like I have a lot of pictures of them when they were little with my daughter and everything like that. And Tasha ends up saying, was like saying that her, Isabel's son was, she said a comment was like, oh, I was like, yeah, they all used to play together and everything like that. And then and Tasha said a remark meaning like, they were surprised that my son, Isabel's son and my daughter, was not even closer because Isabel's son is the oldest, and my daughter, my first oldest, they really like were close when they were little. And I was like, yeah, but I was like, they all grow up. Like my daughter's not like that. In a sense, like I knew something about my daughter that they didn't know. So, Tasha proceeds to say, she was like, oh, well, you never know because how, she says Isabel's son's name, he's really into dark-skinned girls.